So, Hades 2 just came out in early access, and I've been playing the living fuck out of it. I originally for my next video, I was gonna make a boss difficulty tier list for Liza P. Let me know if y'all want to see that. But since I've been playing Hades 2, I was like, you know what? Let me just talk about all the bosses. There's only 7 of them, and you can get through them you can get through the game pretty goddamn fast. It took me around, I think, 15 hours. Now, obviously, I was doing stuff besides just fighting bosses, upgrading weapons, getting new stuff, casting incantations, you know, the stuff you do. But I would say you can relatively beat this game in around maybe 10 to 15-ish hours. But with that all the way, let's talk about the bosses. Hecate. Probably normal. Beat the boss first try. The boss has some really annoying shit, though. Like, I took a lot of damage in that first fucking fight. Like, obviously, I just played the game. So, the whole, like, she turning you into a sheep thing, if you don't know how to dodge that, you're getting hit by that. Like, she summons a fuck ton of projectiles. There's constant things blowing up off the ground. She summons minions. So, I would put her... she's not... I think only one boss is going to go on hard, if I'm thinking about this. But she's pretty challenging. She doesn't have super hard stuff. She doesn't have super easy stuff. She just fits right into normal. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. The Sirens. Now, it took, like, here's the thing. Because it's a roguelike, right? So you're going to be fighting the bosses like a million goddamn times. And the first time I fought the Sirens, I got there, I was like weak as shit. I was figuring out all the fucking boons and shit. So I fucking lost to her. But the other times after that, this fucking boss is a wash, bro. I fucking wrecked this fucking Scylla so many goddamn times. Here's a hint, or here's a tip if anybody's having trouble on this boss. If you just run to the drummer and have everybody coop up around that drummer, and depending on which weapon you're using, just cast I think that's what it's called, and then just like, I'm using the Crimson Axe, so I spin to win, and you hit all 3 of them, and their health bar just fucking melts, bro, like instantly. So, like, every time I do that fight, it's just, like, nothing. I did that fight when I was on 5 health and 1. So, like, I think she's easy. Cerberus is weird. Cerberus is definitely weird because he's got some fucking bullshit mechanics, right? But I think I can reliably beat him now. So I think he'd probably be harder. Also, there's only 7 bosses in the game. I know I usually do hardest, hard, normal, easy, easiest, but there's only 7. That's why I shortened the list. So Cerberus, let's see, summons like these fucking blood things or lava dogs under the ground that are timed, easily to dodge though. I would say his like hand slamming attacks are kind of annoying. The way I do it now is like I stand in front of him. And then whenever I see him do a hand attack, I just dash in front of him, like dash through him, and then just beat his ass on the other side. Then he slowly turns around, and when he turns around, dash through him again, rinse and repeat. You have to move out of the way when he does, like, again, the like lava dog attacks. But sometimes even his attacks will still hit me. But because of the strategy I do, even if you get hit by one of the hand attacks, it doesn't really do that much. So like God, it's so weird. He could be put into either one. I think I'll put him at normal. Because, like, next is Kronos, and Kronos is clearly going hard. He's, like, the hardest goddamn boss in the game. The only boss in the game that has 2 phases, took me, like, freaking 3 tries to beat his first phase. Then I was like, sick. Finally beat the game. What's up? And he's like, nah, motherfucker. Second phase. Let's go. And I was like, oh, shit. Second phase started. Instantly died. I was like, okay. Didn't learn anything there. Got back to him, beat his fucking first phase again, got a little bit farther in his second phase, got fucked again. I was like, motherfucker. So, like, he's very challenging. Even his first phase is still, like, a cocksucker sometimes. Like, the fact that his attacks do so much damage for, like, no goddamn reason, bro. The little Scythe spinny thing he throws out, dude, that thing will chunk the fuck out of you. It does, like, 40 goddamn %. And then if you're in front of him, when he just starts casting, like, projectiles, you're just insta-dead. And then his second phase kind of feels like a raid boss fight, where like you have to be in certain areas, and if you don't get to those areas, you're just dead. And then he just summons these little minions, dudes. You gotta clear the fucking ass before you can clear him. And then once again, he's doing a fuck ton of damage for no goddamn reason. I feel like he was the only, maybe the only unforgiving boss in the game, where I'm like, damn, I got hit, and that shit fucking hurt. So yeah, I think Kronos definitely belongs in hard for right now, until we get more bosses or like more shit to do the game. I forgot what this guy's name is. Polypheus or something like that. He's a Cyclops dude. He's probably normal. The main two things he does is, I guess, main three things is he jumps up and down, which is like insanely fucking easy to avoid, but it does hurt a lot. He tries to grab you, which you can dodge, and then it opens him up to free hits. He summons minions. Those minions aren't really that big of a goddamn deal. It's just mostly he's just jumping around during the whole fucking fight, and you're just like, I would just dodge through him, wait for him to land, cast. I fucking hate that it's just called cast. But like I would cast that move and then just beat the shit out of him like over and over again, like rinse and repeat. I think the only reason he's not an easy because he does hit goddamn pretty hard. Doesn't hit hard as Kronos, but he does hit pretty goddamn hard. Caribdis. I'm thinking easy. Maybe easy. You don't really fight Caribdis, you fight her goddamn tentacles. And if you're doing, like, most of the time, I'm doing the build where you get the hair ability and you can link the tentacles together, and if you hit like 2 tentacles in a row or 3 tentacles in a row, it damages them all at the same time, and you're doing mad fucking damage to Caribdis that way. Other than that, the only other thing she does is summon projectiles, like what, once every 25%, somewhere around there. But like, the way I've done it since I first fought her is run to the top or run to the bottom, whichever is closest. Wait till she throws out 4 or 5 projectiles, then just run all the way to the bottom. Again, or run to the top, depending on where you are. And then the projectiles can't even reach you, and you'll be like perfectly safe. And then just wait for her to sprout her tentacles again and rinse and repeat. So I think I'd put her in easy. Honestly, she could go either way. I'm just going to leave her in easy for right now. Scythe's mad fucking easy. So, like, I don't know if I think the developers intended this, but during Scythe's boss fight, you can hide behind, these, like, statue things in the arena, and she can't hit you at all. And the reason I think it's intentional is because Scythe will eventually do a gunshot that's, like, green, and it'll blow up those, like, statues, right? So you can't use them anymore. But for the majority of the fight, if you just, like, oh, shit, she's doing the green shot, you dodge out of the way real fast, and then she misses the statues, then you just hide behind the statues. And when you're hiding behind the statues, you can just use your cast ability, and it hits her, like, and she can't hit you. And again, I use the axes, so I just charge my axe X ability, and just like hit her through the thing. And she can't, like, she literally can't do anything. And I was like, okay, I don't know if the developers intended it to be that way. It seems like it, based on like the fact that she can destroy those statues, right? But it seems a little bit weird to me because she's supposed to be the last boss for right now. Again, the game's in early access for the surface world, right? Because it goes Hecate, Sirens, Cerberus, Kronos, and then when you go to the surface world, it's Cyclops, Caribdis, Scythe. So I was like, okay, she's the big bad of the surface world, but she's fucking mad easy, dude. But again, that's just my opinion. But let me know if you agree or disagree with my tier list, and also let me know if you want me to make a Liza P boss difficulty tier list. But as always, thank you for watching, and you all have a nice day. Bye.